Did you know the shape of your poop could indicate colon cancer? Constipation is something almost everyone experiences at some point. But how do you know if it's just annoying or actually dangerous? For example, take a look at this radiology image from one of my patients who came to the ER. She hadn't pooped for 15 days. As you can see, there's just one visible loop of intestines, which indicates an obstruction, an emergency that requires immediate surgery. I'm Dr. Sina, an ER doctor who deals with everything from COVID to trauma, heart attack, strokes, and more. On this channel, we break down health clues with a scientific approach for the general public. So, if you enjoy content like this, give the video a like and hit that subscribe button. Let's start with the basics. What is constipation and when should be concerned? First of all, everyone has a unique bowel habit. One person might poop every other day. That's normal for them. Another might go twice a day. That's normal too. We define a normal range as anywhere from 3 times a day to 3 times a week. If you fall within this range, you're likely fine. Constipation happens when your usual habit is disrupted. For example, if you normally poop every day and suddenly haven't gone for 3 days, that's constipation. Other signs of constipation include hard or pellet-like stools, straining hard during bowel movements, and feeling like you haven't completely emptied your bowel. Now, let's talk about the red flags, when constipation could mean something more serious. One of the most dangerous causes is bowel obstruction. This means something is blocking your intestines, so there's no room for food to pass. The contents of your gut start backing up, leading to vomiting and nausea. So, if you're constipated and vomiting, see a doctor immediately. The second major concern is the big monster of today, colon cancer. When a tumor grows in the colon, it can block the passage of a stool. As the poop stays in place, water gets reabsorbed, making it harder and drier, leading to constipation. So, if you're experiencing other warning signs along with constipation, it's time to see a doctor ASAP. Let's go to warning signs of colon cancer. Number 1. If you've lost significant weight without changing your diet or activity level, it's a serious red flag. Number 2. If you're over 14 and suddenly developing constipation, it's time for a colonoscopy. A colonoscopy is a procedure where a flexible tube with a camera is used to examine the inside of your colon. Let's take a quick look on how colonoscopy is done. As I said, it's a tube with a camera on the top of it. We insert into your rectum and move it forward to see all over your colon. And by this, we can see all lesions like polyps, like bleedings, like tumors. Here you can see what is exactly a colonoscope, and with that we can see all over your colon. Here is another example of a polyp which we approach to it with a colonoscope and we can remove it properly. Here is another tumor or a lesion. And here you can see a colon full of polyps. Before the procedure, we should avoid eating foods or anything else because we need colon clear to see the possible lesions. Also, we give laxatives to the patients to empty the colon. Now you're ready. In some cases, we sedate patients to be more comfortable. Then insertion begins. As you can see here, there are instruments in the colonoscope which by help of them we can do removation of polyps and do biopsies. Here we can do the biopsies. Another example of it. And after that, we send the specimens to pathology laboratory to see if it's cancerous or just a benign lesion. Colonoscopy is a super worthy screening test for colon cancer, which is advised to be done for all when you reach the age of 45, even if you are symptom-free. And here you can see how a tumor grows and how blocks the lumen of your colon. Look. Number 3. Colon tumors can bleed slowly over time, leading to iron deficiency anemia. There are two groups who should get a colonoscopy even if they're not constipated. First group are postmenopausal women. After menopause, anemia can't be explained by menstrual blood loss. We must consider internal bleeding, often from the colon. Second group, men of all ages. Anemia in men is always abnormal and needs to be investigated. The next warning sign is a thin and pencil-like stool, which suggests your poop is squeezing past a tumor. Number 5. If a first-degree relative has had colon cancer and you're experiencing constipation, don't ignore it. See a doctor. Your family history is positive. The next warning sign is seeing blood in your stool. While this can't be caused by hemorrhoids, blood in your poop should always be checked out by a doctor. The next warning sign is a history of inflammatory bowel disease or IBD. If you've diagnosed with IBD or have a family history and now have constipations, it's a potential warning sign. So don't ignore these histories. I bet you got no idea that constipation is important this much. Up until now, we've covered the serious causes, but here's a quick look at other possible causes of constipation. We've covered the serious causes, but here is a quick look at other possible causes of constipation. Hypothyroidism, neurological diseases like Parkinson or MS, electrolyte imbalances like low potassium or calcium. These can be important too, but they're usually not as immediately life-threatening as cancer or obstruction. It's not helpful to just tell everyone to eat more fiber or exercise more. You need to find the culprit and treat it properly. Even though most cases are functional and can be fixed with lifestyle changes, always be alert for warning signs and underlying medical conditions. For example, hypothyroidism can cause constipation, but you might also notice hair loss, fatigue, and so on and so forth. If you have any questions, drop them in the comments, and if you found this video helpful, please share it with your friends. It's incredibly important to catch dangerous causes early. Again, I'm Dr. Sina, an ER doctor living in a third world country, actually Iran. And during my practice every day, I face with a lot of misconceptions and myths. And I hope to break down these fictions and myths in this channel for all the people around the world to use them. So please support me.